Yo, what is going on YouTube? My name is Billy TKO. If you guys are new here, definitely be sure to like this video and also be sure to subscribe to the channel because 95% of you are not subscribed. So make sure you're smashing that subscribe button. Guys, today we're going to be talking about the PG era. Yep, we're going to have that discussion. Guys, if you're new here, there is a Twitter, TikTok, Discord, everything linked down in my description for you guys to go join. You can see it right here. It'll pop up on the screen. Join the Discord. Link is in the description. Become a part of the family, guys, if you would like. I think the lowest tier membership is $1.99. I'm going to be having some cool emotes built as we speak. So we are going to get this place rolling and on track. Without further ado, let me shut up. Let's go talk about the PG era. All right, so I'll throw it up on the screen right here or right here on one. You guys seen it? Woohoo! On either side, there will be WWE's Raw. They are going to TV 14. It is being announced that SmackDown is TV MA, but something tells me that is wrong. But NXT will be staying TV or just PG. So I want to have this discussion really quick, and I want to bring this to light. Number one, what does it look like when WWE goes away from the PG era? And to answer that question, it's fairly simple. It's not going to change much. WWE currently is already kind of gone away from that PG style. Now, do they keep things a little bare bone? I remember Triple H a couple months ago had told the superstars, hey, maybe pull back on the cussing a little bit. But overall, it's not going to change much that's already happening. And it's kind of funny to think that NXT is going to be the one staying PG because if you guys look back at the history of NXT, especially this last year, it's probably the freakiest show on the air. But overall, them going away from the TV or the PG just really helps them expand what they can do. It allows them to go on there, and if they're in a heated segment, go out and say, the B word or talk just numerous things. They're allowed to go do these things. I'll say it on here. They're allowed to say bitch. Chill out. I'm a grown man. I can say what I want because I can already hear the comments now. The B word. I can hear y'all now. But overall, it doesn't change much. I like the idea of it. I do. Now, the next big thing that stuck out to me is that SmackDown was going to be TV MA, which is mature adults only, which is weird because SmackDown is the one that's staying on the USA Network now. Let me turn that off. So SmackDown is going to be staying on the USA Network. So them going away from anything is absolutely absurd in my eyes. I do believe that might have just been some kind of mishap that was not supposed to take place or not supposed to happen. Regardless of the fact, this new era of pro wrestling could look really, really good. Now, obviously, the PG era took place because of John Cena. John Cena was actually in a conversation with Vince McMahon, and he said, hey, the kids, I'm starting to see a big variety of the kids starting to show up, and that's true. The kids, really did show up for, a very wide variety of time. I was one of those kids back when the PG era started. But as I've gotten older, I've definitely looked, and I've been like, oh, man, I think, people like me who grew up on the PG era are ready for something a little bit different. Because the difference between the PG era and TV 14 isn't much, but it's enough to keep adults like myself excited. How's that sound? I think that's the fair bout of it. It's that you get to keep people like me excited. You get to keep people like, we'll just use my friend Ango as an example. You get to keep him excited. We're adults now. But you also have those segments for the kids. You don't go away from the kids because the kids still make up a wide variety of your audience. You're not here to just please the adults. You're not here to just please the kids. You're here to please everybody. That's why it's universally known. WWE, I do believe, is on a fast track and a fast rise. They continue to do stadium shows. They're continuing to sell out every single time that they have some kind of pay-per-view. They're doing different countries. WWE is making a name for themselves everywhere that they go, and they only want their product to get hotter. And the only way your product gets hotter is just like this. This is the only way that your product expands. It's if you expand. Now, we do know that TKO is the parent company to WWE and UFC. They obviously, the UFC is more mature, more adult-like. And it's very easy for maybe somebody like Ari Emanuel to say, hey, yes, we do good with the UFC, but imagine if we did this with the WWE and what we might be able to push. I think that is one singular way for that to happen. I like the idea of TV 14. I do. WWE just announced the Hardcore Championship, so I can imagine they probably will go back to some hardcore style type wrestling, which is nice. They gave the belt to Travis Scott, which I covered in yesterday's video, which you guys can go check out if you'd like. I also talked about it over on TikTok, and you guys can go to my TikTok and check it out. But overall, them bringing back that hardcore style of wrestling, I think will be good for the company within itself. I think it'll bring back a certain type of fan, because overall, that's what WWE wants to do. They want to keep their fans here that they already got, and they know that they got. But you take somebody like Travis Scott's audience who maybe grew up watching wrestling, but they really were big fans of like that hardcore Jeff Hardy style. You get that through this. And this is a way to bring back that style of pro wrestling, because I know a lot of people, when I see them on TikTok, they're like, oh, wrestling was so good when Jeff Hardy was in the WWE and he was one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, and they really resonated with Jeff Hardy. But really what they resonated with was not only Jeff Hardy, but Jeff Hardy's style of wrestling. And I think Triple H is going to be on a fast track to bringing that style back, which me personally, I can get behind. I love that style of pro wrestling. I was a huge ECW fan. Huge Mick Foley fan. So I think this is what you get out of that. But overall, that's not really up for me to decide. That's up for you guys to decide in the comments section below. So if you guys would like, definitely be sure to drop a comment. Let's talk about it. Are you guys excited for the PG era to come back, or to go away? Are you sad to see it go? I mean, you guys can let me know down in the comments section below. We'll have a discussion about it. But guys, my name is Billy TKO. If you guys are new here, definitely be sure to smash that like button. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel, because like I said, 95%, that is a huge number. That means 95% of you that are watching my videos are digesting the content but not actually hitting that subscribe button. So definitely be sure to hit that subscribe button. Twitter, TikTok, Discord, all linked down below in the description for you guys. I want to say that is all I got today. The PG era, it's dead. It's dead. It's dead in the water. I'll be talking to you guys later. Peace.